you take, you give. And if you just remember that in your dealings with the Indigenous people, you can't go wrong. Because they're used to us coming and taking and not giving. And so I see this as an opportunity for the non-Indigenous community to give. I came to Canada in October 1977 when I didn't even know there was Indigenous people in this country. So I made lots of good friends. I was learning the language. So I got to know a lot of people in Tla'amin through various things that I was doing. And there wasn't really much coming from the non-Indigenous community here. A lot of lip service, but nothing concrete, no real action of any sort. And I remember thinking, wow, I was shocked. And I'm thinking, when these stories hit mainstream Canada, it's going to turn this country upside down. And it didn't, and it hasn't.
I raise my hands to all of you. Be much by you know.
So he approached I and Johnny Louie to ask us what we thought about a reconciliation project, and it would be a carving project. So we thought it was an excellent opportunity for us to share about reconciliation, colonization, and the history of our people, and how we've been impacted.
We have the Hɛhɛwšɩn group building a canoe right now in the spirit of reconciliation between our non-native community and the Tla'amin Nation people.
The past is the past, and in terms of where we're going right now, we do it collectively. And we understand where we're going. We're not stepping on each other's toes, so to speak. And I'm really happy where we're at as a nation, and the young folks that are going to be steering that canoe for us in the future.
It's really important to have this canoe done here in this area, because most of the time these canoes are done in the village, and non-Indigenous people never see this ever happen until it's finished.
I'm really happy that you're here. Let's get you carving. Yeah. The name of the project is Hɛhɛwšɩn, the way forward. Well, what's happening is the non-Indigenous community on the Upper Sunshine Coast Peninsula have commissioned a traditional dugout canoe. With the carving being done by Indigenous carvers, with the intention to bring back the knowledge to the Indigenous people here of the carving of the canoe. When they're completed, we are going to take those canoes, paddle them into Tla'amin, and present them to the community in the traditional way of the Tla'amin people. It's a 7-generation project. We're not going to get this right the first time around. We're going to make mistakes. But the thing is that we're still learning.
I think this is an important project because it helps bridge relationships among our people with the non-native population, and it helps bridge understanding about the legacy of colonization, the residential school, and the losses that people have impacted.
Hopefully it's just begun, and there'll be more projects on the way to interact with natives and non-natives, to come together in order to see our way of life and tradition and culture, to understand how we live or how we see life differently.
Any of the public that have come here, any of the non-Indigenous that have come here and have learned about this project are now witnesses to what's happening here. And it's up to them to share the story. Facebook isn't going to cut it. Reading it in the paper is not going to cut it. It's not going to do it. It has to be face to face. You have to hear the stories. You have to see the person's eyes, and you will hear and feel what it is that they've been through. And then maybe you can understand and have some empathy and understanding to make a difference here. I believe Canada has the opportunity, the non-Indigenous population of this country has the opportunity to make things right for future generations, for their great-grandkids. That's what I see this project doing, and changing this country and changing the world.